Once upon a time, there was a young man who looked quite a lot like you. His name was Jeffrey. Young Jeffrey wanted to become an entrepreneur. He wanted the freedom that came from this lifestyle. And so one day, Jeffrey's on his bed, editing a YouTube video on his phone. But he keeps getting distracted. Notification after notification. His attention's getting diverted. Focus is just sapping. Do you think Jeffrey would have produced a high quality video with traits like these? These are not the traits of a successful entrepreneur. But there is a man, the man, who has the right traits. Adonis. Adonis has become a world-famous entrepreneur. But before he tells you the tactics that he used, the quick tips and hacks, if there's just one thing Adonis would pass down to his followers, it's character traits. For Adonis knows that character traits aren't as popular of a topic, aren't as cool as just simply telling you the top 7 ways to make money online. And yet it is your character that will determine your income. Repeat that with me. It is my character that determines my income. And so Adonis helps Jeffrey improve his character as an entrepreneur. Jeffrey's finally focused. He's making high quality videos. He clicks on the upload button. He uploads the most recent video, checks back in a few hours. Perfect. 1 out of 10 on the YouTube analytics. Fireworks everywhere. Dopamine for Jeffrey. The first milestone of success in his entrepreneurship journey. Now, a few years ago, before I really got on to self-improvement, and especially before I went all in on YouTube, I remember being in the worst period of my entire life. So I'm talking total degeneracy. 20, 21 years old, smoking weed every single day. Like literally wake up, brush my teeth, have a shit whilst fapping. I'm not even literally watching porn whilst having a shit in the morning. And also I had a girlfriend that I was living with as well, by the way. That's how down bad I was. And straight after that, start my morning routine with a pipe. I'm not even taking the piss, bro. That was my entrepreneur CEO morning routine a few years ago, hitting the crack pipe. But there was this one particular day, I'm trying to get more into entrepreneurship. So imagine, okay, this is me from 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm getting into entrepreneurship. I know that that's the path that I want to take. I don't want to live like everyone else. I don't want a normal job. I went to university and it was probably a mistake. I want the freedom that comes from building a business. And so I'm in this space of online, looking for advice, videos like this, how to build a business, drop shipping, copywriting, agency, YouTube, eBay, flipping, animation, learning skills that maybe someone could eventually pay for, even coding. I'm learning all these different things. And none of them are really sticking. On one day, I'm watching YouTube videos and I get an advert on YouTube by someone that you might know. His name is Iman Gaji. So I'm 21 years old, I'm on YouTube, I hate my life, I'm literally high right now. I've just had a shit fap. And here is this guy who at the time, I think he was about 19, with his advert where he's putting on shoes and he goes like, so I just made, 10 million last year or something, and this is the agency, and like, oh, look at me, I've got loads of money and stuff. I looked at him like, you motherfucker, you're lying, you're scamming, you've cheated your way to the top. There's no way that you're younger than me and you've made more money than me. I was filled with resentment and hatred for someone who was doing better than me in the game of entrepreneurship and money. Because in my mind, I couldn't even conceive that someone wasn't, like, other people weren't broke. So every single time I saw a video of someone talking about how much money they were making, it would just register as like a lie in my own brain, because I didn't have the humility to realize people are actually out here making a lot of money just because I wasn't. And if we fast forward a few years from then to around 2021, the YouTube channel starting to take off. I've released my course. I have classes on Skillshare. I remember me and my dad took a trip to Portugal. Just like a few days we went. And on that trip, I got an email notification from Skillshare that they had paid me $6,000. It was at that moment where I'm in like the middle of like close to the pier or I don't know, like we were in Portugal and there was like some beautiful water nearby, and we were just there next to loads of people in some tourist attraction place. And getting this email there and then that the entire trip essentially had been paid for 5 or 6 times with this one email whilst I wasn't even working. I remember seeing it and just thinking like, I think I've kind of made it. I remember my father looking at me impressed when I told him as well, because this was kind of a new thing for him. A lot of progress in only a few years. Again, I can tell you the specific tactics, by the way. How to build a business, the 7 side hustles that you need, all these things. I hope you can believe me when I truly think that your character and also your mindset, these are actually the most important things. I am very, very lucky, super lucky that I stumbled upon a YouTube channel where this entrepreneur talked about this. And I'm using almost his words when I say this. I watched these videos years ago. I still even watch his videos now. His name's Alex Becker. And he made videos where he would literally give out advice. A lot of the videos like that he made, I now like kind of say in my own words now because I learned a lot from him. And he kept on saying that it's not these tactics. He said this one phrase that really hit me, and I'll say it to you now. I could come to your house and build the business for you. I could get it running. I could hire the team for you. I could get it profitable. I'll get it up to 10K a month, and I guarantee that the moment I leave and you're in charge of the business that I've built for you, it'll crash. It'll crash and burn, and it'll lose all of its profits. You've got a massive fucking ego, so you don't think that's the case. You think that if I left you with this successful business, that you'd be fine. Like if, for example, I literally made you do step by step exactly what it took to get to 10,000 subscribers. You've got this perception that you could probably carry it on from there, don't you? You wouldn't. If I helped you get to 10,000 subscribers, you would literally max out at like 10.4K, and it would just kind of plateau after that. Because it's not the tactics, it's not like the real world work that needs to be done. For most people, like 90-something% of guys haven't even made any progress in their business yet, even though they want to. For those guys, it's not the tactic, it's not the business model, it's literally just, honestly, if you want the total honesty, this is gonna hurt, and I'm sure like 1 or 2 guys will click off the video because they get offended. It's cause you're a piece of shit. It's because you work like an idiot.